welcome back. This was the fourth game with me, Victor, and Red Boy. I brought my North Carolina. Victor is in his Tennessee, and Victor is in his E190 again. So yeah, this is so it's our fourth game of the day, and we had a good afternoon. So I can't remember this game specifically, but we must have a decent one, I guess. It's got 2 subs, 2 DDs, 3 cruisers, and 5 battleships. So pretty decently balanced. East side, there's 3. West side, there's 4. So I think we decided to help out on the east side. And another ship, I can't remember what happened. Anyway, so yeah, early start as you can expect. I'm not the best BB player, to be honest. I have okay games, but I would say it's probably my 3rd favourite type of ship to play behind cruisers and then DDs. And then if I was to rank it, it would be cruisers, DDs, battleships, submarines, and CVs. And in reverse order, those are the ships that I would want to remove first. But yeah, another game without CV, which is nice. So I think I am just going to follow Red Boy here. And perhaps between both of us we can focus fire. Let's say 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 on the west flank, so they should be good. So I take a long range shot at Gneiss now. Doubt anything's going to connect there. But now we've got the Bismarck, who's come round to the east flank. So I think me and Red Boy are looking at if we get eyes on him. That's maybe taking some shots. One of the subs is on this flank, so yeah, I need to be careful there. And just want to round this island and maybe get some shots on the Bismarck. So both of us are shots out. Look at that dispersion from the Tennessee. Oh, that's a nice chunk of health. And that's a nice chunk of health. So yeah, we take about 20k off him first volleys, but nice. And I don't know if I can chase him. I think he's going to be able to avoid my next volley, unfortunately. But we'll see. Shots are out just in case. But I think he's always going to be outpacing my shells, unfortunately. Red Boy does another decent hit. I did get 1 shell hit. And Red Boy does receive some punishment back. But we'll take it. Zaitan. It looks like he's turning in slightly, like turning north towards us. So I don't know if these will land or whether he'll be able to avoid them just because of the angle we need to get shells over the top. And yeah, he evaded both our shells, unfortunately. But we have chased the Bismarck and the Zaitan away, which means that the sub and the DD on this flank, as well as the Hipper, are probably feeling a little bit lonely at this stage. Especially that submarine, which has a Gade right on top of him. So, assuming... and the enemy DD comes in. The cruiser is turning. So, shots out. I don't know if he'll connect. And he's gone blind, so we'll have to wait and see. Red Boy as well has fired on him, and fortunately Victor actually got the kill on the submarine, which probably pissed off our DD no end, but what can you do? Victor is the submarine god. And unfortunately our Gade does get taken out by the enemy DD. He was low on health though, unfortunately. Trying to get that sub out of the game. I think it's at this stage, I think I'm thinking about anticipating the push through the middle gap and the push on the west flank. So I am looking to turn back in, I believe, fairly soon, if memory serves. Because I don't think the DD and cruiser on this flank are going to last much longer, and I'm going to rely on the rest of my team doing what they need to do on this flank. So yeah, I'm turning back. I'm anticipating something coming through the middle gap. I mean, Zaitan's positioning is giving every indication that he might try that, especially as he is a battleship with DD with torps. He can do a fair bit of damage by doing that. So, meanwhile, as I push towards the centre, the cruiser here is potentially giving me broadside. It doesn't, but that shot's out. I pick up a cruiser who's intent on, I don't know what he's intent on doing, but he's definitely doing it to the best of his ability. I'm trying to get across. Dude, get out of the way. Come on. Oh well, I have picked up a torpedo protector against torps from the Zaitan, if it comes to it, because the Zaitan did push through the middle, as I anticipated. Now I just need this ship to get out of the way, which he finally does. Congratulations, well done. So now the Zaitan and the Gunais now are coming in, and now I realise, I've got two torpedo battleships pushing me. This is screaming torpedoes. So I put myself in full reverse. I managed to get a nice 18k volley as he comes around the corner, but I am in fifth my life at this stage, because it is very possible that he's launched torpedoes from his right side, and he might be launching well, he has, but he's fluffed them, and now his port side torpedoes might be on the way now. He is turning, so if he's going to launch torps from his port side, it's probably going to be now, and he's launched them again at something else, which do you know what, I'm here for that. When you get a torpedo ship come within 2 kilometers and they torp something else, I will take it. So anyway, I take a bit of a big hit from the Gunais now, and again torpedo ship. So I'm backing away. I get a decent hit on him there, and he's down to change, and he's out. Nice hit from Red Boy there. So Red Boy in 2 kills, and somehow I survived that push, taking relatively little damage, most of which can be recovered. So now I think I should be in a good position to start pushing. Victor is very aggressive here, and he's pushed into the enemy cap with a cruiser and a DD chasing him, which is good because it does take eyes off of us at north and gives a bit of breather, because it looks we are now potentially, well, no, actually we've kind of corralled them quite well, although we do have Victor managed to take out the Hipper. He is too good in that ship. Yeah, but now myself and Red Boy are pushing. We need to get back and defend the push from the west flank, because there's potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially 6 ships. Although I suspect the Vladivostok will be pushing south to defend the cap. But yeah, we are outnumbered, but we should be okay. We just need to focus fire. So I think myself and Red Boy at this stage are looking at focusing the Anderlecht. Although the Bismarck does pop up and he's low on health. So I think I'm going to take a shot here. We'll see. Unfortunately his shells do not land. No, I think I need to focus the Anderlecht. Okay, so Red Boy is again, he's just been a nuisance in the southern cap. I undercooked my shots. I did get one shell hit, but I could have done a bit more there, just undershot. My aim there was not the best, and the Anderlecht goes blind just as the Brandenburg gets taken out by the enemy Mutsu. So now it's just me and Red Boy against potentially 4 ships, one of them being a submarine. So this will be a test. So both myself and Red Boy, obviously in BBs, we can do a lot of damage, but we have nothing to shoot at, which means we can't do any damage. And with the enemy submarine spotting, I'd imagine the enemy will only take shots when they are unlikely to get spotted in return. The good thing here is Victor does an amazing job here of kind of occupying 3 enemy ships. I managed to not take much damage there. Shots are out on the Anderlecht. I don't know if I land a hit. Okay, one more shell. Not enough, and Red Boy manages to take out the enemy Bismarck. Submarine is getting into torpedo range, so we are now potentially, if that submarine lands some hits, we could be in a bit of trouble. I desperately want to get rid of the Anderlecht, and torpedoes are coming in. I'll put up damage con because I know these are going to land, and they do a lot of damage to me, so I heal up and I managed to fortunately take out the Anderlecht. So that's excellent, and Red Boy in the meantime, he got the sub. So although I did take some torpedoes, we now are 2-1 against the enemy Mutsu, who does what he needs to do, which is run away and abuse game mechanics. Meanwhile, down south, Red Boy has some backup from the Bayern and Miyako, so hopefully they will be able to deal with the 2 DDs and the battleship. So myself and Red Boy now are just teaming up on the Mutsu. So shots are out. Decent whack. And I think Red Boy at this point said I'm going to switch to HE. And it's around about here, if memory serves, that yeah, we say he's just going to keep running, so he's not going to give us angles. So let's go to HE. So another AP shot out, and fluffed that. And I got one land, but didn't do any damage. So another shot out, and down south. Yeah, Vladivostok is pushing nice and hard. The Bayern and the Miyako are both in, potentially could both be giving too much angles to the Vladivostok and to do damage. Yep, and Red Boy switched to HE. Yep, Vladivostok takes out the Miyako. Not the best of angles, but the Miyako might have got torps away. So yeah, I've switched to HE as well here, so we've both decided we need to deal with the Mutsu by using HE. And he's now manoeuvring himself to fully utilise both borders and end up in the far top northwest corner. Down south, meanwhile, the Bayern and Vladivostok are looking to get into close quarters, and I don't expect the Bayern is going to win this one. And no, he doesn't. And trying to hand target the enemy ship is a little bit difficult when they're on the border because it messes with game mechanics, something rotten. But there's not much else this guy can do, but it is just annoying. That's the game. Just, yeah. Anyway, he's in the far corner. He can't run away any further. So now the next volley from both of us should finish things. Victor again. He manages to take out a Vladivostok, and now he's on the run from the two DDs, and they are chasing him. And I think it's at this point in chat we realise, do you know what, guys? If Victor dies, we are in trouble. So Red Boy manages to take out the Mutsu, which is great, and he gets a Kraken as well. Now at this stage, it's great that Victor has the two DDs, but the problem we have now is we are both really, really slow battleships, and we are really, really far away from our cap. And if the two enemy DDs are decently experienced enough to realise the situation, there you go, Victor's pointed out, and yeah, we were talking about this in chat. If they get into the cap, it's going to take us a long time, possibly too long, to get back. So we were talking to Victor, can you spot for us? Because we suspect they're going to capture the cap. And the problem is Victor obviously is very vulnerable at the moment. So he is waiting for his ability to spot where the enemy ships are before he can come around and spot for us, because he doesn't want to come up and find that the enemy DD is right on top of him, because that would be game over. So myself and Red Boy, we are pedaling as fast as we can to get back to our cap, because we both know what is in all likelihood gonna happen here is the enemy DDs are going to get into the cap and try and torp us as we defend. Bear in mind there's just the three, there you go, so there's at least one DD in the cap, so it's just us three left. Fortunately at the moment we have 9 of the 11, or 9 out of the 10 kills for the team. I did say we had a good day in the games we played, but yeah, so yeah, and now we're spotted, so we could lose this. Our fear here was, oh my god, if we lose now, then that would not be a good way to lose. So it's speed, speed, speed. But the problem is, with us having to go full speed ahead to get into the cap, the main problem we've got is if we continue in a straight line, we are very, very vulnerable to torpedoes. So I'm trying to angle my ship so I get to the cap as quickly as possible, but they're over halfway and we're still not close enough. And by the speed that's going up, I suspect there's 2 of them in there. So I think both DDs are in our cap. And there's torps from probably behind the island. Fortunately, Red Boy has managed to evade them. Nice sailing there, Red Boy. And so, yeah, that DD is probably behind the island there. So that's where I will be looking. I do get located, which is interesting, because I wasn't just now. So that would mean there would be something south. And we managed to just get into the cap to defend it. Now, there's the enemy DD. He has gone beyond the island, so I should no longer be spotted, which means the other enemy DD is probably in the south channel. So I am turning, just in case he has launched torpedoes at me. Now, the risk here is if the enemy DD behind the island launch torps at me, so I am now manoeuvring back and forth. I do not want to get taken out by a torpedo. I suspect the enemy DD, well, there's 2 of them. There's one enemy DD behind the island who doesn't want to poke his nose out, and there's one that's gone south through the channel, probably realising that their cap is being taken by the sub. So he's probably going to go for Victor in the submarine. And the enemy does poke his nose out. But he's probably going to regret it, but there is no time. And between us, Red Boy gets his 6th kill, our 10th kill overall, and not a bad game, guys. Not a bad game. And I don't do too bad myself either. Yeah, and first, second, and third. So yeah, another pretty damn impressive game. I'm glad we logged on at the same time.